40% of our net income disappears into housing the second it hits our account. And in a month where we received a massive $4,200 tax return, we still managed to blow our budget. Most people would call that irresponsible, but despite the overspending, we still managed to grow our net worth to $133,981. So today I'm breaking down our exact February numbers, why renting is still our smartest decision, how we handled an $828 deficit, and some of the trade-offs we have to make as a single income family. Our total net worth now sits at $133,981. That's about a $10,000 increase from the previous month. Now, this didn't happen through magic or wishful thinking. It happens because we consistently invest and budget every single one of our dollars. Our family is working towards a long-term goal of $10 million at retirement. That sounds aggressive, but we're not chasing it emotionally. We're breaking it down month by month, focusing on contributions, discipline, and systemized investing. Every dollar has a job, every month moves the needle. We currently have $110,021 in invested assets, primarily sitting in index funds and retirement accounts. We have a passive investing strategy, so all we have to do is rebalance about once a year. We are not stock picking, we're not day trading, we're consistently buying broad market funds and letting time and compounding growth do the heavy lifting. We also have a Fidelity brokerage account that's sitting at around $3,403. Since we're renting right now, this account is going to be our future escape plan. I actually just sold my company shares for the very first time to fund it. Most of it went into short-term treasuries for safety, and the rest went into VU for growth. So we're going to repeat this exact strategy for about 5 years until we're ready to buy a house. Moving on to our liquid net worth. This sits at $27,362. Now, more than $23,000 of that sits in our emergency fund. When you operate on one income, cash is not optional. It's oxygen. The majority of that $4,200 tax return went into strengthening our cash position. We chose stability over lifestyle upgrades. Our only notable liability is sitting at $1,929 for furniture on a zero interest promotion. We only use zero interest financing because we have the cash to pay it off at any time. We originally planned for $6,000 in income. Instead, we brought in $10,293 because our tax return hit. That sounds like a perfect month. It was not. We finished the month with a negative $828 margin. Here's what actually happens when extra money hits your account. You loosen up and you start justifying those little purchases. Groceries went $150 over, toiletries went $130 over, and we also had a random additional expense that was about $190. No single emergency wreck this month, just a little bit of our behavior did. But because we track every dollar, we caught the overspending immediately. Awareness prevents repetition. Housing currently consumes about 40% of our net income on a monthly basis. This is rent, utilities, and insurance. That percentage is high. It is uncomfortable. However, we can make it work because we carry zero high interest debt. If we had credit cards at 20% interest, this housing percentage would be unsustainable, and we'd have to come up with a new plan. Now, I know the average 30-year mortgage rate just dipped below 6% for the first time since 2022. But even with a sub 6% rate, owning a comparable home in our market would still be significantly more expensive on a month-to-month basis after you factor in property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. And we refuse to be house poor. We are intentionally delaying homeownership in order to build up a stronger balance sheet first. We are trading short-term optics for long-term financial strength. March will likely be a more challenging month because we have travel coming up with unpredictable costs. Additionally, instead of pretending like grocery prices are suddenly going to drop, we're going to raise our grocery budget to $900 because that's what we consistently spend. Our goal for March is going to be keeping our budget margin between negative $100 and $100. Not perfect, just controlled. If you want to see whether this 40% housing strategy is smart or a massive mistake, subscribe and follow the numbers. We document everything in real time. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.